All right. Should we do Watch This, boys?
I don't see why not.
This is a comment and or question from Kurimanju. He says, what does Wombat watch when SNL is on break, and does Shipwreck approve? I can answer that Shipwreck does not approve already.
No, he thinks I watch too much TV.
I had to mute. These guys got into it in the text message group about who watches more TV, and I couldn't hide the alerts on my phone fast enough. It was just like, this is an obnoxious discussion. It's a ridiculous discussion, and it's definitely Wombat. No, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's not. There's no winner.
It isn't me.
It's not Wombat.
It's not you.
It's not
you. You watch less TV than I do.
I don't watch baseball.
I
Why don't you have a stopwatch, both of you, all of us, and we can have a journal, a TV journal.
Well, here's the thing, though, with me and TV is that one of the main shows I've been watching for the last, month or so is over. So I'm down a show now.
There's a lot of shows that you could pick up, though.
Are there, though? I don't know. I watched mostly movies in the last, 2 weeks since we've done a show. I watched
movies
a bunch.
Not count as TV.
No, I'm
sure.
saying it's like things that I watched, and now I don't know what else I'm gonna watch next.
Okay.
Like I haven't been watching much episodic TV during the week.
Fair enough.
Yeah. That being like the fact that SNL is not on the air, and that I finished Loki today.
How was it?
So it was good. I like the ending. The ending is weird. I'm not going to spoil it because it came out today.
Should I watch it?
I don't know.
Ty likes. Ty wants to watch it.
So watch it with Ty.
You watch anything though.
I don't know. What do you want asking me for?
I got him watching I Think You Should Leave with me.
Nice. That's funny.
He does not.
We're
understand
watching
what's
season
going
2.
on. He asked me. You watched the sloppy steaks one, and he turns to me and he goes, "Are sloppy steaks a real thing?" And I said, "What do you think?" And he's like, "Yes." Ship sloppy steaks it's when you take steaks. Only like real assholes would do this thing. Like,
yeah, I mean,
people who used to be assholes.
Is a piece of shit.
When
I was a real piece of shit, I used to go down and I used to get the sloppy steaks, but they would say, "No, don't make the sloppy steaks."
You pour water on the steaks.
You pour water on a steak.
It goes everywhere. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
But I only did that when I was a real piece of shit and I had to slick back hair.
Right. I used to get the chicken spaghetti at the Chico's. What was it? No, chickenese, something like that. Anyway, we can't just do lines from I Think You Should Leave.
No, as much fun as it would be. That show is, and it's funny. It's like, he must know, like at this point when he's writing something, he's like, people are going to talk about this on the internet, but he's not on the internet. He's like famously not in. Tim Robinson from I Think You Should Leave is famously anti social media.
Okay.
So he also doesn't really like to do interviews and stuff. He did I think one interview for season 2 of I Think You Should Leave. And yeah, so it's sort of interesting that he does these things that just kind of hit.
Yep. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
I see you watched Black Widow.
I did. I watched Black Widow. I enjoyed Black Widow.
How much you got to pay to watch Black Widow at home?
It is $30 to watch it at home. And I think that's a fair price when you watch it with a family.
Definitely.
Especially since it's not a rental per se where you watch it and then it goes away after 48 hours. I have it as long as I have Disney Plus. Yeah, so I can watch it multiple times.
Now that's Premier Access.
Yeah, it's kind of different. So I'm like, that seems worth it. For the 4 of us to go to a movie theater and watch the movie, it would have cost probably $60, $70.
And you can't keep it.
And I can't keep it.
And you can't put your hand down your pants as much.
Exactly. And I can't pause it when I have to pee. So
how was Black Widow?
I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was very good. I don't know if you'll like it or not. I have a feeling the answer is probably going to be no because you don't like things.
I like a lot of things. I like movies.
You don't like fun things.
I do like fun things.
No, you would be like, I don't understand the logic of this world.
Well, I don't like when that doesn't make sense. I will admit to that. That does bother me. When the logic of the world falls apart.
Of this. Wait a minute. She was a little girl in 1995, and now it's 2016, and she's an adult.
That's
I don't
logical.
understand. I don't understand this logic.
I understand that logic. That seems normal. That seems very normal. Oh,
I did. Yeah. I watched the Red Letter Media on it. They did not like it at all. So I don't know.
That gets me to watch movies actually. So I can watch the Red Letter Media criticism of it. But
yeah, they really hated it.
Do I have to watch all like Loki and the other thing?
No, you don't have to watch. No, you don't
Captain
have to watch.
Falcon.
No, you don't have to watch any of that to understand what's going on in Black Widow.
Red Letter Media hates women though.
That is true.
Right. So I understand the criticism.
No, they literally made it like a point to shit on Captain Marvel during it too.
I know.
Yeah, they really dislike.
Captain Marvel was good.
I loved Captain Marvel. It's still one of my favorite Marvel movies.
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
I know. There's a certain section of the internet that has a strong dislike for Captain Marvel.
Are they men?
They might be. I'm just gonna say there's like this group of people.
Are they slightly unfuckable?
they might not have had sex in a while, and it may not be their choosing.
Right.
That really have a dislike of. But Black Widow was very good.
Okay.
It's funny. It's charming at parts. The relationship with the family. I really like how they played that out. David Harbour is actually really excellent in it, as is Florence Pugh. I would actually like to see more of both of them in other movies if they could make that work.
Just saw David Harbour in something.
I don't know.
What fuck was that?
Casino Royale?
No. Oh, I know another movie I watched. Keep talking while I write it down.
Okay. Now, another movie I watched that I think you might like, Cheapy.
Yes.
Or at least tolerate.
Yes.
But I think it might require substances for you.
Okay. I can make that happen.
Is Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar?
I saw that, and I think I tried to get. Is that an HBO Max?
It's on Hulu.
Oh, Hulu. Okay, I know. I saw it on there then. Yeah. What's that about?
It is a comedy starring and written by Kristen Wiig.
I like her.
And it's very wacky and nonsensical at times. Lots of non sequiturs, very surreal. It's very silly. I enjoyed that movie too. It's probably a little too long.
Okay.
But if you like movies where characters break out in song for no reason and hallucinate talking animals and that kind of comedy,
okay.
And also lots of dirty words and sex.
Oh, I like that. It's got nudity.
No nudity, but lots of implied sex.
Male nudity, some man ass.
There is some
pumping man ass. They always manage to fit that in, no problem. They can always get the thrusting naked man ass, but everything else seems to be tough to get these days.
I think you would like. I think Shipwreck would be like, why? Why was this made?
Okay, that's good. I like this.
I have a question about that. The next thing that's on the list.
Yeah, the next thing is definitely is a how did this get made, which is another podcast. I watched and I sat through all of The Tomorrow War, starring Chris Pratt as a guy who kills aliens. I guess I don't know.
I got an hour and a half into it, and he hadn't killed any aliens yet.
Oh,
and I was done. I'm not going to watch the rest of that movie.
I have such suspicion for any Netflix action movie that is released after watching that.
This is Amazon Prime, by the way.
Oh, okay. I mean, has any of these services put out like a really good one of these?
Well, I was going to say the Tomorrow War was supposed to be a theatrical release. And then the pandemic hit and Amazon's like, we'll buy this from you instead of you releasing it theatrically so we can run it on our service.
Really? That movie was supposed to be a theatrical release?
Yeah, I know. Oh no, that's the right. Your reaction is the appropriate reaction to what I just said. That movie was supposed to be a theatrical release, which boggles my mind. It is not good. I will be the first person to say that. I watched it with.
Thank you for recommending I watch it.
I think that it has redeemable watchability, but I understand it's a bad movie. Like it makes no sense. Like the motivations make no sense. Their reasoning for doing anything in the movie is completely unnecessary.
Sounds like the old guard.
it's maybe worse than the old guard in that sense in movie logic,
Yikes.
where there's no reason for them to do what they're doing because you just. But
I'm sure there is. It's to make sure that you got all the foreshadowing that they lay on in the first hour and a half.
Yeah, first of all, the opening sequence of this movie, what should have been 10 minutes, is like 45 minutes long. Because we get it. It's Chris Pratt. He's got to go to the future and fight in the Tomorrow War. We get it. That's what's going to happen. We don't need 45 minutes of build up for that.
Right.
Especially when you find out at the end of the movie, he never needed to do that to begin with.
Oh, I don't care.
I know you don't care. So
it was all a dream. He hit his head on the bathroom sink.
No, it's not that bad. It's like, wait a minute. They could have done this an hour ago and ended this movie.
Well, I watched some good stuff that I can recommend easily. Yeah. We rented Werewolves Within. Specifically,
that's the Sam Richardson movie.
Is that a guy?
Yes,
actor, director.
Movie. Yeah, he's also in I Think You Should Leave, and he's also in the Tomorrow War.
Oh, is that the guy from the Buff Babies?
Yes, the Buff Baby pageant host.
Was that the daughter from Tomorrow War?
No, it's the best
Buff
friend.
Boys. Sorry, Buff Boys. Buff Boys.
Buff Boys.
Quite a crop of Buff Boys.
I don't even remember there being a best friend.
He meets him at the training. I don't even know what we're doing here.
That's what you're saying, best friend. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta go fight aliens.
Yep.
So Werewolves Within is based on the game.
Yes.
It's an Ubisoft joint, and
really,
yeah,
yeah, I knew that.
It's actually the highest rated like video game movie.
Is it good?
It's funny. It's funny. It's cute. It's I don't think it's particularly scary. It's a little gross, like at most things today. Like I think I remember it being a little more gory than it needed to be, but it's clever and it's all the characters are good and interesting. And I guess I'm not familiar with Werewolves Within in any any format, but I realize that the idea is you're supposed to guess who the werewolf is, and that's what happens in the movie. There's a werewolf, and you don't know who the werewolf is. And you try to play along, try to guess. It's very good. It was worth the $6.99 rental or whatever it was.
Okay, I was thinking of the right game. It looks like a kid's game for VR or something.
Yeah, but this is not for kids. The movie is not.
The game
for kids.
Is E for everyone.
The movie is R for extreme violence.
Perfect.
Yeah. It was good though. I recommend that for sure. We also watched No Sudden Move, which is on HBO Max. That's the new Don Cheadle and Benicio del Toro movie that takes place in the 50s. And that's really well done. Brendan Fraser is in that as well. And so is, we just talked about him. David Harbour. David Harbour. No, Pauly Shore. David Harbour is in it.
It's the Weasel. It's the 50s.
He's coming back.
Don Cheadle.
I like the Weasel. Anyway, No Sudden Move on HBO. It has a very unique look to it because it's using camera lenses from the 50s. So it's like a fisheye. Everything looks fisheye. It's a little, in my opinion, maybe just use those lenses in some of the shots and not all of them, because sometimes it's great and sometimes you're like, wow, I'm getting a little disoriented and it's a little weird. Maybe we could just have a normal shot once in a while. But definitely check out No Sudden Move. It was really interesting too. It's like a heist and about I don't even want to tell you what it's about, because it's if you go in blind, all this shit is much better. But it's like sort of like a crime drama, let's say. And if you're a Brendan Fraser fan, you won't want to miss it. And we also last night we watched The White Lotus, which is a new HBO Max series, comedy, dramedy. Very clever. There's only one episode now out, and it takes place in a resort in Hawaii. And it's, this is an adult show.
Okay, I know what that show is.
It was very funny and clever, the first episode. Mrs. Cheapy's on board. If Mrs. Cheapy gives the thumbs up, it's classy. So yeah, that's what we've been watching. At Kyle Deckard writes in and he says, thanks to Shipwreck and Wombat for suggesting Ted Lasso. My wife and I are big Scrubs fans. We got a free year of Apple TV with our phone and watched Ted Lasso after hearing you guys talk about it. Not sure the cost of Apple TV, but the show is amazing and worth a watch.
Season 2 starts in a week.
Yep.
23rd.
Yep. And I still can't believe how much you guys dismiss Scrubs.
I just never watched it.
Why did you say I dismissed it? It's not as good as
I lump
Ted
you two
Lasso.
together as one person.
Okay. I watched all of Scrubs.
Yeah.
I haven't watched any of it. So I have
it was
no
good.
opinion
I don't need to watch Scrubs again.
No, you don't need to watch Scrubs again. Cheapy should watch Scrubs from the beginning. Speaking of Brendan Fraser.
I got other stuff to do.
You should binge Scrubs.
I mean, I'm watching Ted Lasso. I'm watching it with Ty. He likes it. He's not getting all the nuances.
I'm
but,
excited for Schmigadoon this week.
That looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's decent. I think it got pretty good reviews.
Oh, we'll find out after I watch it.
Sounds good.